And a good evening. I am 350. Welcome back to my channel. So I am in Dulwich Village this evening. It's the end of the week now, so it's one of my end of the week reset vlogs. So I've not been to Dulwich in ages. I may as well treat it as if I've never been here before. Fortunately, the weather's been a bit dodgy as well. It was pouring. It's cold as well, 5 degrees Celsius. Had a lovely weekend, sunshine, and now it's just turned again. So nothing really on the itinerary in terms of subject. I'm just going to have a little wander around and pop in for a pint or two. A little bit of history about this place. It's 1,500 acres of private land, and it's owned by a group of trustees. So anyone who opens up a business or lives here has to pay ground rent. So it's an interesting arrangement around here, but it's been like this since Elizabethan times from according to my research. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to have a little stroll down the Dulwich Village Road and then see where we could stop off. So anyway, I'll be right back. It's like you can't seem to fail to spot the gales. They seem to be cropping up everywhere now these days. Dare I say it, yeah, Starbucks, watch your back. Local grocery shop, Simply Fresh. Never seen one of them, not around my way anyway. Wanted to go to the park, but yeah, as I said, it's getting darker now and the weather's not particularly too kind, even though thankfully the rain has stopped. Yeah, there's this pub, the Crown and Greyhound, which I will talk a little bit more in detail about, but it's a Victorian era pub, one of the main go-to social hubs of Dulwich Village. Sorry, I'm not. Oh, I think I have to do that again. Right, so just outside the I'm just outside the Crown and Greyhound. It's starting to rain again, so I'm just standing under one of these parasols as I'm filming this. I'm looking forward to going inside when it's nice and warm and grab a nice pint of something. I hope they do some real ales in there. I'm not really in the mood for any pale ale or any craft beer or anything like that, so I'm sure there'll be something in there. So let's go inside and find out. Right. Okay, just sat myself down. A nice little table by one of the fireplaces here. I'll try and get a shot of it in a second. And I went to the bar, and thankfully they did do some actual ales. So I've got myself a Doom bar. It's quite a very hoppy, rich bitter ale. Yeah, slightly more on the richer end of the scale, and it's just what you want in this cold evening, I think. The weekend now, and should just be unwinding really, and that's the whole purpose of this video really. Try and fit in a few sort of tidbits of history wherever I happen to be, just to try and add some content and meaningful information in my videos when I can. So I tried to brush up on some history about this pub, but the internet signal is quite weak here, so I'm going to have to try and run off what I remember. So this pub apparently was built on a site where there used to be two smaller pubs or two smaller inns facing opposite each other. One was called the Hound, the Greyhound, and the other was called the Crown. So it's only natural to combine the two names together to form one, or amalgamate the two together and call it the Crown and Greyhound. So I believe it was built in the late 1890s. So yeah, Victorian era. You could just look at the architecture and tell the fantastic red brick building and the decorative bay windows tells you everything you need to know. That's about it really, not much else. I mean, originally there was a space for a billiards table, even Skittles here as well. So there's a lot of entertainment that has been designed into the pub. But of course, it's no longer there. It's been replaced, I guess, with more seating. I've actually read that there's something called a snob screen or something along those lines. I'll explain a little later if I get a picture of it. But it's quite interesting and it's quite commonly used back in Victorian times. Anyway, I'm going to have a sip of my Doom bar. Cheers. I'm just halfway through my pint of Doom bar. Just relocated, went to the far end of the this section of the pub, just a little bit more private. I don't want to interrupt anybody. Yeah, the beer's going down a treat. Just what I'm looking for this evening. Yeah, I can't believe it's been a week since I did my last vlog, my last reset vlog, which was in the yachts in Greenwich. Yeah, the week seemed to have flown by, and I suppose that's a good thing. Interesting enough, I mentioned the snob screen that you used in pubs, and this one has one. I didn't actually have to look very far. It's actually right next to me. But the idea of these snob screens is to allow different classes of clientele to sit in their own sort of designated drinking spots, and the middle classes can actually peer in and look in to the working class, but not the other way around. I'm not sure how that actually works. So I need to look further into that. Yeah, must do a bit more reading, but it's quite an interesting thing to have, and of course it's good. It's a good thing they retain this feature, even though it's no longer in use. It's pretty much redundant these days, but it's all part of the history of this pub. Yeah, it's very much as you expect, Victorian. Lots of dark wood, lots of panelling, and I'm mindful I'm not going to turn this into a pub guide. I'm just saying what I'm seeing as I do in my vlogs. What I can be saying to you can just simply segue into anything really, and that's the whole unpredictability of my vlogs. Yeah, so anyway, I'll give you ears a rest for a few seconds while I have a few more sips of this pint. I'll be right back. Cheers. And it's round number 2, so I've gone for a Harvey's Sussex Best this time. I actually quite like this bitter ale. It's very smooth. It's a little bit more like the St Auster's Tribute. I think it's not exactly the same, but it's in terms of the character tasting profile. It's a little bit more palate friendly, you could say. Less bitter. And more towards the sweet side, but just sweet enough and not too overbearing. Managed to figure out how these snob screens actually work. They're actually hinged little glass panels, and simply open the flap and look through to see what the hoi polloi are up to, and then when you had enough, simply close it again. I think it's as simple as that, really. But I've tried to open up one of the flaps, but I think they've glued it shut. I guess it's for safety reasons, or just the fact that maybe people would try to do this and it will just irritate other punters. Who knows? So I did actually consider going to another pub. There is a couple of more in Dulwich, but looking on the map, you're talking about 20+ minute walk, and with the iffy weather out there, I'm not going to really chance it. So I think I'll just do the rest of the vlog here and just enjoy the rest of the evening where I'm sat right now. And it's a nice place to be at the moment. So there's no reason to escape early, is there? So yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention I got myself some pub snacks. So I'm just good old salt and vinegar crisps. Yeah, had my dinner earlier, so I won't be having any food, actual food wise here tonight. Got to watch the old calories as well, you know. But it's a bit of hit and miss trying to get this. No, it's not. I might have to edit this out, in fact. Yeah, it feels this packet's made out of some kind of laminate plastic. Yeah, laminated plastic with some foil backing. Yeah, you can't just tear it like you can with normal crisps. Oh well, just have to eat it like this. Really, just yeah. It's not as fun though. Yeah, maybe I should use my Pierre Jouet champagne tongs, from the other video. If you actually watched that, that was a little bit of a mishap in its own as well. And I'm on to round 3. Gone for the Harvey. And round 3, take 2. Got the wrong lens. I was yapping away for how many minutes it was without realising. But anyway, I'm going to try to recite what I said before. Yeah, I've gone for another Harvey Sussex Best. I really enjoyed that last pint, so I thought I may as well just continue drinking the same hours. It's a nice beer to drink. Thanks again to everybody who has been following me and continue to watch my vlogs. I appreciate they are a little bit different, a little bit random at times, but that's the nature of the game. That's what I have been intending to do with these vlogs, is to reflect reality. I've got no script, no teleprompter. It's just me reacting to what is happening around me at any given time. And I've realised it's been a while since I've done an actual wine tasting impressions video, for those who are interested in that sort of thing. The reason being is I've just trying to figure out what wines to feature in the videos, something that has some kind of significance or of interest and is actually of relevance to people in the real world who enjoy wine, but it has to be something that you could find in the shops and doesn't have to cost an absolute fortune. So that's always been my idea about these wine impressions. The walk around videos, I'm intending to go into Zone 1 again soon and do a 2 parts video. It's just weather dependent, and looking at the forecast in the next week, it's looking pretty dicey. Well, not dicey, I would say it's 50-50 at the moment. So if it turns out to be fine, I will just take the opportunity and jump on a train, get into Zone 1 and then start shooting. I'm going to finish my pint. I think this is my last one for the evening before I just grab an Uber home. I think the journey here was pretty grueling. I elected to take the bus. I had to get off at Lewisham and then jump on the P4 bus, which took a while as well to get here. So I think I'll just get an Uber home, and now it's no longer rush hour, should be fairly brisk. Yeah, so I'll close this vlog outside. Again, just going full circle as I started with this vlog. I'll be outside. Hopefully it's not going to be raining, but if it is, I'll be under the parasol, and I'll just then say my closing piece of air. Cheers. Okay, just heading out to the pub now. Good grief, it's cold. It's it's March, but it feels like January still. All right. So so that concludes my evening at the Crown and Greyhound. Just noticed I had to look up at the pub just to remind myself what pub I'm in. I tell you, my short-term memory just it needs rectifying. I think that's the right word. But that's I've enjoyed this evening. Not been in Dulwich for a long time, so it's nice to pop into somewhere that is almost new. Makes a change. I'm looking forward to the next one, which will be the next 6 or 7 evenings from now. So I'm not sure where I'll be, but I'm sure I'll find somewhere that is interesting and got some historical significance and hopefully some nice sights along to go with it. If you have any suggestions of where I should go for one of my it could be anything. It could be an actual walk around or one of these type of these unwind reset type vlogs, let me know. I'm certainly keen to hear your ideas and recommendations, so that'd be good. And I do want to listen to my viewers and listen to your opinions. So you are part of my channel, and without you, my channel won't be able to grow. So of course, your feedback is extremely valuable. That wraps up now. So I'm going to try and order myself an Uber to get myself home. I think the last time I checked, there was a couple of cabs buzzing around, so it shouldn't take too long to get home. For those who have not subscribed, if you do like what you have seen, please subscribe to my channel. It makes all the difference. And in any case, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. Again, it makes a big difference also. Okay, so that's about it. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I am 350, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right, have a good evening and have a great weekend.